Welcome to the Groomer next door. You're listening to my mommy and daddy.
And now our feature presentation.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 21. I'm Chris Green. Sitting next to me as always is Sarah Green.
Hello.
And of course, I have Claire right next to me. Hi. Well, as you can tell, the show has become a little bit different. We've changed a little bit of the format of how we start. So anyways, jumping in, like to start off by welcoming our advertiser. We brought in an advertiser to help us expand the content. Our advertiser is squarespace.com. They are probably the best website to build your own website out there.
What's great is that while you were building this website, since you got a trial basis, is that I never heard you once curse the startup. It seemed to be effortless because, like I said, I didn't hear any griping from you.
It was actually really amazing. Log on to www.squarespace.com. You can try a 14-day trial, and it is amazing. You can do it for personal reasons. You have just a personal page. You can actually build a professional page, and you can sell content. And you can even upgrade to their top plan and sell as much product. It is an amazing site. Definitely, we're going to talk about our page in a little bit. I started working on our trial page on a Thursday, a week ago Thursday, which is a couple days ago. I worked Thursday, a little bit on Friday, and then one more day, and I was able to complete our full website in that short a time, and I put a lot of content on ours. So I wasn't working 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day. I was working a couple hours here and there after work, and I'm going to tell you something. With all the skill set that they put in with the templates on Squarespace, they have 24-hour help. They are amazing at what they're doing. You can do a chat where you just want to talk to somebody asking for help. There's just so many different things that you can do to build your own website, and I encourage you, definitely get on there, give it a shot.
I know we've said in the past that we weren't going to take advertisers or put any commercials on our podcast, but it's gotten to the point where, you know, we're doing all this. We're paying for it. We're paying for the website. We're paying for the podcast. As these each month start building up in costs, it gets a little difficult. So we were able to work out a deal. We say some awesome stuff about an awesome website. How it's just, our website looks elegant.
It really does.
We'll give you the link later. But they have elegant. They have just all sorts of templates. And it doesn't take as much hard work as you think to build your own website.
It really is effortless.
Thank you, Squarespace.
Yep, Squarespace, you guys are amazing. Onward with that, we will. I do want to mention, last thing on that is, we are still a non-profit podcast. We are not actually accepting money. Squarespace is being very generous to actually give us our page to work with. So if you are saying, well, you are actually taking an advertiser, as Sarah had mentioned, I want to make sure everybody understands we are not accepting any kind of financial
gain
at all. This is actually Squarespace donating us the space, and that alone, folks, please go on there, give them a try, get a trial going on, because they are really, really worth looking into. And we're going to definitely be always talking about you guys. So thank you again. Okay, well, on with our show. So as I mentioned, this is episode 21. As always, we want to give our special thanks out. P-Call, Phelps County Animal Welfare League, Kim and Glenda. I talk to you guys all the time online. You guys are still doing an amazing job.
Can't wait till the bake sale.
Yep, we have a bake sale coming up in May 10th out at Kroger in Rolla.
That would be Bishop and Kings Highway.
Yeah, Bishop and Kings Highway. It's the only Kroger in Rolla.
Just making sure people know, in case
Very
you're a
true.
little bit out of Rolla.
There will be a bake sale. We will be donating some baked goods. Sarah and I will be baking a couple items. I'm going to be doing cupcakes. I don't know what Sarah's going to do yet. We haven't decided.
I really wish it was like a dinner, because I am great at making dinners.
She really is.
Baking,
that's more my style, but it'll be nice, and we will be donating some baked goods. Mine will be actually cupcakes.
I think mine are going to be pie crust cookies.
That might be a good idea. So if you are in the neighborhood, give a stop by over to Kroger and help them out. You know, that's one thing we really want to help out is and get the word out there. And of course, the Raw Animal Shelter. If you tuned in to the last episode, we actually did an on location with them. You guys are amazing, and we will continue to work with you guys. And you are on our website as well. We will be starting a donation collection on there if you want to donate to either P-Call, Raw Animal Shelter, or if you want to donate to both. That would be very helpful to these guys. All right, so I'm just going to kind of go over a couple of things we're going to talk about, and then we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk about the website, of course. We're going to give this week's Puptastic Award of the Week award.
We're actually going to do that pretty soon.
Yeah, we can do that right now, absolutely, as soon as I'm done with this, because this is a very great story. Then we're going to do In the Doghouse, a new little thing. It'll be the opposite of what the Puptastic Award of the Week is. And then we actually might have some medical information for pets that I just saw, if we have the time. So anyways, let's jump into the Puptastic Award of the Week.
All right. I was on Facebook and I was going through looking at different stories, and I'm part of a bunch of different types of rescue groups, right? Well, there's this one rescue group. It's based out of Tennessee. It's called Tales of Hope Dog Rescue. You can go to their Facebook. They have amazing pets on there, and just an amazing group that tries to find forever homes for their dogs, and foster parents, looking for people to go to homes and do inspections and so forth. So I was reading through one of their pages, and I came across this one story. It was absolutely just so heartwarming and absolutely, I don't know, it's just inspiring. So this little girl, I wish I knew exactly her age. This story happened a while ago, and unfortunately it got me till now to be able to tell it. But this beautiful little girl, she had to have been around 10, maybe a little older.
I was going to say, I thought it was between 8 and 10.
She, somewhere around there. Instead of asking for dolls or fashion clothes or a brand new purse for her birthday, she asked all her friends bring some kind of dog item, dog food, dog treats, cat food, cat treats, all kinds of animal food.
Wasn't it animal toys as well? Or was it
I
just
believe
food?
it was toys too. I wish I had that story right in front of my face. I had no way of taking a picture of it. But it was just amazing. And she took all that dog food, all the food that she gathered from all her friends, and donated it to the group to, you know, help homeless animals, to help needy, starving animals. The story touched my heart. I sent a message to her mother asking if it was okay to speak about her on here. Once again, we don't name names, but you know who you are. You know that amazing daughter that you have that went from, instead of having gifts and toys and dolls and makeup, purses, all the really cool stuff that most of these kids are into, instead you went, no, I don't need it, I have enough. Let's give to those who don't have anything, especially the dogs.
Which is just amazing. I mean, just to think that a child would actually be so caring at such a young age. I mean, that's a tribute to the parents. Great job by the parents. You guys also are award winners to the Puptastic Award of the Week because you raised your daughter absolutely just brilliant. She's going to grow up to just be an amazing, amazing woman.
I know, you know, you and I being parents.
Yeah.
I know that, and I feel this deep down, that whoever Claire turns out to be is our responsibility. It's our responsibility to put a decent human being into the society, not a backstabber, not a two-faced person, not a vengeful person. All those lead to a dark heart.
Yeah.
Leads to anger, leads to violence. So when you teach your kid to be light, to be thankful for what they have, to let things roll off their back, let them forgive, it brings a beautiful person to this world.
Yeah. And this girl is showing that she's going to become a very caring person.
A very beautiful heart. I mean, I know her parents said to me, her mom said to me that they were so proud of her. And I would be too.
Oh, I mean, we're proud just to talk about her. And we really hope that she's listening to this. You know, we definitely, we take our hats off to you. You definitely give more. You've done more in your little bit of life than I would have done in mine. During my time, when I was 8 to 10, I'll tell you, I was only caring about what Nintendo game I could get for Christmas, birthday, whatever holiday. So I didn't have that kind of caring.
See, I didn't start wanting to help out up until, Claire was born. I didn't really care. It was your fault. You fix it. But, having Claire, looking into her eyes and realizing that I don't like the world that we live in, so it's up to me to change as much as I can with what I can. So this is one way. Speaking the truth about people who take care of others. Speaking for those who take care of the pets.
Well, we don't just talk about it. We're out there in our community, and we're trying to help out as well. We don't just sit behind a mic and say, here's what we want to talk about, here's what we want people to do, and not get our hands dirty as well.
Exactly.
We work tirelessly on trying to make a difference, trying to help out, not just behind this mic, not just by putting a website and a podcast together. We really are trying hard, and we're trying to actually gather more groups, more organizations, more events to try to participate in, so that we're giving and we're involved.
I know I've done this in the past for the Raleigh Animal Shelter. They've brought a couple dogs to me. I donated my time and effort and gave them a haircut, because a lot of times when people go into a rescue, they go into a shelter, they go into a pound, they can't see past the first initial sight of the dog. So if you have a Shih Tzu that is completely matted head to toe, people can't see that. They can't see the beauty of the dog behind that mat. So it's up to me to get those mats out, and so people can realize and see the beautiful face. And I've done that for Animal Shelter twice, totally free of charge. So folks, what you can do is go and sponsor a groom. If there's a groomer that won't do it for free, go in and say, hey, I would like to donate some money so this dog can get cleaned up and adopted out. But this, going back to the
I was going to say, let's go back to her.
This little girl, I want Claire to be like this little girl.
Yep.
I want Claire to have as a beautiful heart.
We hope, and again, we're hoping her parents are listening to this. We are hoping that we can follow her parents' guidelines of how they raised their daughter, because you really are an inspiration on what you did. And we hope that we're going down the same road and we're teaching our daughter the same things you taught yours. And we really hope that our daughter turns out like this little girl, because honestly, you are inspirational. You are amazing and remarkable. There is just so many different things that I just hope our daughter can be like you.
And I think our daughter's on the right path, because Claire is actually, she saw a picture of a friend's daughter.
Yeah. I think we mentioned this in an episode prior, a couple episodes. I think so, but go ahead.
I'm sorry, I might have repeated myself.
Well,
here.
we're in 21 episodes. It's easy to repeat at some point.
But Claire saw a picture of a friend's daughter, and she had real long hair, and then all of a sudden short hair. Claire wanted to know why. And I said, well, she cut her hair off, donated it to Locks of Love, so sick little kids who have no hair can have hair again. They sew it together so they can have hair. And she says, I want to do that, Mommy. So now, every night, she gets out of that shower, we brush out her hair.
Actually, a couple times in a day as well.
Yeah, she goes, look, Mommy, it's almost down to my butt. It's almost down to my butt. Because the hair has to get down to the butt in order for me to cut it to her shoulder length, which is only a couple inches. And she's just so excited. She wants to make sure the hair is conditioned. She wants to make sure the hair is nice and brushed out, making sure her hair is nice and soft, so she can give the hair to a sick little boy or girl. So once she gets to the point where she understands that that's nice to give your own things. Like right now, she's a little too young, 5, to give up her toys.
Well, she did give up some toys. That we had to make some room for some of the other stuff. She has done that just recently, but
and she's good about sharing. So we hope that I'll tell her your story, young lady. When Claire gets old enough, I'm going to tell her your story, because this story is going to last for a lifetime with me.
And we'll definitely, of course, she'll listen to these podcasts a lot longer. All right. Well, again, you guys, your parents, you're amazing, and we definitely hope that we hear more from you in the future. Definitely drop a message to Sarah or send us an email at thegroomernextdoor@yahoo.com. All right, we're gonna actually start another tradition as well, and it's gonna be the opposite of the Puptastic Award of the week, and it's gonna be in the Doghouse. I'm gonna make this one a very brief one.
Well, hold on, let me describe in the Doghouse. It'll be stories of, like, from the newspaper,
yes,
that some people won't see overseas, or
even local. We have local ones, but I chose what I chose this week was just gonna be a simple one, because there was quite a few stories, but I went for this one. But it'll be stories of not miraculous people who are bad people, bad society, just bad in general.
Like that guy that burned his pit bull and ended up with 15 years in jail.
That is a local one. There was actually, I was actually debating on 2 juveniles in St. Louis. They actually did a YouTube video, I think, shooting a dog. I didn't do it.
How do they not think this is gonna go stupid?
I don't know, but
seriously, it takes a special kind of stupid.
It really does. I mean, there was a lot to choose from. I chose this one. I don't need to mention who they are. Having the power of the podcast, it gives you certain responsibility. I like to always refer back to comic books, to a lot of things. And I was kind of brought to, Spider-Man on this. With the podcast, it's with great power comes great responsibility. So they know who they are. I don't need to mention them by name. They know exactly what happened. They know what happened in last week. And I'm going to leave it at that. You know who you are. I'm kind of calling you out on it. That's where I'm going to leave it. Anyway, so that's where we're going to leave the In the Doghouse for this week. There was actually 3, I guess you could say 3 awards went out on that one.
Yeah, that one guy, I wish I had the story in front of me again. Next time I'll be a little more prepared.
Well, this one
is a little new.
Yeah, we just started the In the Doghouse, actually right before we went on air.
I can't, it's been a long time since that guy set that dog on fire. And he's just now getting.
I think that one happened in December or January. I thought it was
a while ago.
Really? Because I thought that one just happened.
Ago.
I know the 2 juveniles were in February. All right, so let's move on to. We're going to talk about the website. Of course, we had mentioned Squarespace. You can actually look at our website. It is now fully running, fully functioning, and you can go to it. It's www.thegroomernextdoor.squarespace.com. What we have on there is a few photos so far of different events that we've taken place. We have a great photo at the main lobby. I pretty much titled every section of the page. For the main page is the lobby. It has a great picture of Officer Steve Gray of the Raleigh Police Department. We really do respect and honor this guy. We really loved having him on the show.
Officer Campbell in Chaos.
That dog was awesome.
I hope hope one day we can actually meet Chaos and have a sit down with Officer Campbell.
Officer Campbell would be awesome. I'm hoping one day to actually do that. Luckily, they're such great people over at the Rolla Police Department that we will try for another interview with them, get another piece of it. We're never satisfied over here. We're always trying to get you more. Actually, Kim gave us a contact for a great clinic. I think it's going to be in Bland, Missouri. We're going to set that up very soon.
Yes, that's not a joke. He did say Bland, Missouri.
Yeah, I did. We're gonna.
There are places called Licking,
Yes.
and there's another place called Inut.
Yeah,
Just saying.
that is true. That is true. There are a lot of weird names out here, and very strange for me. So, we had mentioned, all the content on there. You can find out a lot about us. Really want to make sure that, you're listening to this podcast, and it's, this is an online radio show. So we want you to be able to interact with us, see what we're all about. We're always asked, where do you work? Where are you at?
Yeah, there's a link on there. They'll take you straight to Shadowwood's Facebook.
Yep.
And again, I don't want people to think down to some person that picked up a pair of scissors and groomed. I am certified dog groomer. Certified means nothing in the United States. You don't have to be certified. You don't have to be licensed. You don't have to be registered.
You just have to be good. Or at least you should be.
Exactly. If you're not good, your shop's going to fail. If you're not good, you're going to end up without a job. If you're not good, you'll be shunned from a town.
Yeah.
Or,
and that's really how it really will work out too.
So, honestly, certification means nothing. I got certified in California.
Yeah, no, not. You see, that's the funny part though. California, you can be anywhere in California. You got certified in the main part of California, the part that everybody should know about.
But anyhow, certification does not mean that you're any good. So that's why we put this link to Shadowwood's Facebook. So you can look at the dogs we groom. You can look at the dogs I groom. You can look at what we do and realize we're not just blowing smoke here, folks.
Yeah, there's links to the Facebook page for Shadowwood where you can actually see on a daily basis the content of what we're pulling out here, to get to meet all of us, to see what we are all about. We're going to have an event calendar. We actually have it up there. We just don't have any scheduled events yet going on because, again, we just launched the website yesterday.
Well, I know we have some...
the bake sale will go on there for sure.
And then we have a show that we're going to.
Purina Farms will be and that's in Missouri. That's going to be in May, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's May. Glenda I'll have to get in touch with her. It's an obstacle course one that's going to go on there.
I thought that was the one Keith was taking.
No, that was Glenda. Glenda, she works. Okay. Glenda is the president of PCAL. She actually has dogs that do obstacle.
Keith said that he's going to one of them soon too.
Yeah, there's one.
We also have a convention going on for.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's going to be coming up in August.
Trade show.
And we will come to you from there. We will do a full episode from that.
And a big thanks to Keith, because Keith is allowing us to stay in the hotel that his distributor is allowing him to have, since they do other things. They like going camping, so he's given the hotel to us,
which is awesome.
So we're able to stay there, and we're able to go to the trade show. And thank you so much, Keith. That is such an opportunity. That
it really
is amazing.
We will have an upcoming episode with Keith Husky. He will be talking about food,
the new improved foods, the different ways that they're cooking food.
Well, he's got all this information.
Exactly, but it will definitely go over the different types of ways of cooking and added stuff into the food.
New product that's out, and when it comes to the foods, different things that of course, health and wellness to your pets, and obviously nutrition is one.
Yeah, because as we progress into human lives, we realize different things are better for you than we didn't quite know before. And what we
Wait,
thought
cheeseburgers from McDonald's aren't actually healthy?
I think they stick with you for like 23 days.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
So
there goes my dinner for the next 3 weeks.
As we evolve, we realize that there's certain foods that aren't good for you that
Wait, I'm sorry. Big Macs are still good for me, right?
Yeah. But the foods that we thought were good for us end up actually not being very good. Could be links to all sorts of things bad for us, Alzheimer's and whatnot. So this helps really adds help. But that would be with Keith.
Yeah, Keith knows all this stuff, and he's been doing this for 13 years, just at the shop alone. So he's got a great deal of information. This weekend we will be in Kansas City. We will be meeting up with one of Sarah's longtime friends.
Oh yes, I miss Rena so much. I met Rena when we both worked at the big box pet store. I was a groomer, she was a bather, and this woman's huge. She is like 6'4". I mean, she is tall.
She is definitely one big girl. No doubt. She's a big girl. I mean, when I can look at a girl eye to eye, and I'm 6'7.5", when I can look at them in the eye, it's amazing.
But her and I hit it off right away, and love her husband. I can't wait to meet her kids. We're gonna try our hardest to make sure we do an episode of.
We will get an episode. I will not allow us not to pull off an episode. We have to have an episode.
Because there's a difference grooming from California to where she's at now. She's in Colorado. It will be a different style. Like when I went from California style to Missouri, there was a lot of differences that a lot of people had in what they wanted. California, they wanted sleek. They wanted roundness, I guess, in a sense. I came out here, people wanted fuller legs, longer faces, longer tails. So there are differences grooming from California to Missouri. So I'm going to ask her, what differences are there from going from California to Colorado?
That'll be an interesting, topic. And of course, the reminiscing back and forth between the two of them.
And how she's going to take care of that brand new baby puppy, Bernese Mountain Dog she's picking up on Saturday.
That will be interesting. So that is definitely something that we're looking forward to bringing that up. We have another return to the Rolla Animal Shelter in the coming weeks. This will just be pretty much touching on the tour around, talk about different upcoming dogs that you could adopt.
Yeah, we're going to go and look at each dog that is available to be adopted out. And going in, playing with them, seeing their temperament, seeing what you may or may not want to have around your dog, or what would be best fitted for you.
And we'll take photos. See, that's the joy about now having this website. We will make sure a lot of the things that we're going to do will be photographed, so you will have more content. This will be more that fully interactive podcast, something that you really don't find out there.
Now remember too, when the Rolla Animal Shelter has a very high turnaround.
Yes.
So we may talk about a certain dog, or you might have a picture up on our website about a certain dog, might be adopted that exact same day.
Right.
So go in and see. Don't get your hopes too high that you're going to get that exact dog that we spoke about, because you never know, they might have already found a home.
Yeah.
And we will see from there. But we'll have pictures up too.
And people we support, it's one of the things that's in our website. People we support, obviously we have a link to PCAL, Phelps County Animal Welfare League, so you can take a look at them. As well, we also have the Rolla Animal Shelter's Facebook page, so you can actually look at what they're doing, different content that's going on with them, and that's very important. We really encourage you to take a look at that. And of course, our good friend Carrie with Animal Love Pass the Word, we have her link up there as well. And all this is just in our page, in our website. Again, that's the Groomer Next Door, well, www.thegroomernextdoor. I don't even know if you really don't even have to put the www anymore, but the groomernextdoor.squarespace.com, and you can find all about what we're about, what we have. We will definitely keep this thing updated. We have a blog on there, which I will keep up on. Obviously, we just started yesterday, so there's only one portion on there, and that was the inception.
Yeah,
For now.
Yeah, we'll probably add things in to help prepare you to take your dog to the groomer. You know, like walking them. I know we just said this in the prior episode, but
two episodes ago.
Please walk your dog before you get them groomed.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you've walked them and they still don't want to go, I understand that. But for the most part, please walk your dog.
Oh yeah, that's probably the biggest thing I think we can ask.
And it's not to get the energy out. It's so they can relieve themselves.
Yeah. Definitely. So on that, I mean, I did have one last piece of information. Did you have anything else you wanted to mention?
I'm trying to think if there's anything specific. No. Not as of now.
Okay.
I did want to mention something. When you go to a groomer, you're trying to find a groomer. I'm sorry, I'm breaking this up into like 15 different episodes on how to pick a groomer, but it's hard for me to get all in one lump sum. So
we had a lot of content to go over today.
Exactly. I did have somebody ask about how to pick a proper groomer. The lady was boarding, and she actually lives in another state. She was just in town, drop her dog off, and then continue going, come back, pick the dog off, and go.
Yeah.
So she lived in another state, too far from us.
Oh yeah.
So
I remember this one.
It's not our customer, but she really wanted to know how to pick a groomer for her dog. She didn't need a groomer very often. It was a wire hair mix, about a medium-sized dog, and she goes, every once in a while the hair gets too thick and I want it shaved. So okay, well, for one, make sure the dog doesn't get shaved too short so it shows skin. I said, the way you pick your groomer, you can go in there and have a chit chat with them, talk, see if they're too busy for you. If they're too busy for you, walk out, because every customer is important. They need their time and effort. Another thing would be if they have nothing nice to say about other competitors around the area, that means they have nothing good to say about themselves. So if they're constantly negative on other shops around the town to make them look good, that means they have nothing good or nothing positive to say about themselves. Keep an eye on that. Some stories might seem a little bogus, so kind of listen to what they have to say. And if they're telling bad stories about other places, it might not be the person you want to do business with. But other than that one lady that came in and asked that, I think I'm good to go.
Okay. And you know, one thing I wanted to mention, if you're calling to make appointments, this is something that has come through with this podcast we've come up with, and we've had this question come up. When you're picking a groomer, you're going to find one thing that's going to stand out, and it's always going to stand out on the better salons, and that is they may be booking out 2 to 3 weeks in advance. If that's the case, that's probably a good indication that they have a lot of repeat customers. If they have repeat customers, that should show that they actually have quality. No matter if it's a groomer or a restaurant, your hairstylist, no matter what, they only stay in business if they have repeat customers. So you may call somebody and say, well, I'm sorry, we don't have an open appointment for the next 2, 3, whatever weeks. When you make that appointment, make sure you're prepared for that. Always make your appointment before your dog needs a groom.
Yeah, don't wait till you look at your dog and think, oh no, he needs an appointment.
He's matted, he's dirty, he needs it today.
You know, if you call my salon, you'll need to wait 2 weeks. I know if you call the salon I used to work at, who I built up quite a bit of clientele for before I left, and she's an amazing groomer. She really helped hone my skills and really fine finish my grooms. She's 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, she's terribly booked out, but she's also been in business for 30 years.
Yeah, she's got all, again, there you go. You got repeat customers.
See, and then when I came over to Shadowwood, I had customers following me over. So not only do I have Shadowwood's dedicated customers, I also have my own that followed me.
Right.
Or ended up finding me because it was so busy to get into the other salon. So if people were to call me to get an appointment, they do have to wait 2 weeks.
Right.
And as we get closer to summer, it's booking 2.5, 3 weeks.
Right.
Christmas, forget about it. If you don't call a month in advance, you're not going to get in.
So be prepared, folks. Summer is coming. Summer is luckily, here almost. We're starting to feel warm weather.
Yeah, don't wait till it gets 95 degrees out and think, oh shoot, I got to get my matted to the bone Great Pyrenees shit.
That, you've had in the house over the winter, hoping not to, you don't want to do anything with the dog because you're afraid it'll get cold or you don't want to take it out. This is that time, everybody. Be prepared. Make your appointments and be prepared for them. Put them on your phone. We live in such an interesting era where you don't have a calendar in your pocket. You have a phone that does all this. Write it in your phone. Make that appointment. Make it early because people are booking out.
Yeah, I have my personal cell phone on my business cards. Send me a text. Hey Sarah, I need an appointment for this date. Can you make this work?
Well, that actually has happened though.
That happens many
you
times.
actually get it on Facebook message.
Yes.
You get it by text. You get it by calls to the shop. Emails. I mean, it is kind of crazy. You are high tech.
Well, that's what we try to be since we live in such a busy era. We got to try and make. I don't want someone's excuse to be, oh, I didn't have time to call.
Right.
Well, you had time to take a 30-second text.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's no excuses nowadays. I mean, I'm always after my mom over technology. We don't live in a CD, regular standard def TV kind of era. We live in a very high def MP3 era, and that's we got to get into that, everybody. I can't announce that more. We got to stay up in that. So, I know it's got to be hard for everybody. I mean, we know we have a lot of people all over the U.S., Canada, Europe. We know that you're all going to be facing this problem as well.
Just call as soon as possible. Don't let it wait because the better salons will book up quicker. If you call around and do some groomer hopping, you might find somebody. Just don't expect a lot. Or if they're a new and upcoming groomer, then they might be great. You never know.
It's a crapshoot. You really have to kind of have to know who you're going to and stick with that.
See, myself personally, I know someone has put me on Angie's list and has said many recommendations about me on angieslist.com. I'm not sure if anybody knows about that site. I think quite a few people do. But search around.
Yep.
Do your research.
All right. Well, I'm going to close with. Remember, our website is now up. The Groomer Next Door. .squarespace.com. Again, you can always email us at thegroomernextdoor@yahoo.com. And luckily, I got this thing down in so many ways, boy. And we really are trying to build a brand here. We want a nonprofit organization based around this podcast, helping animals in need. We're definitely coming around. We're getting there, and
slowly but surely we're doing it. We're getting quite a few views. I mean, it's a lot for 2 people in Rolla, Missouri.
A lot for 3 months of activity. We have pulled in a great deal. I mean, I can't believe how short a time we've been around. So, anyways, I know we've run a little long today. I have to thank all the new listeners we've been picking up. As always, I love hearing from everybody.
And thank you to our Shadowwood supporters, all of our supporters for the podcast and what we want to do to help the community. Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And with your help, we're going to keep building up, and we just keep going. All right, guys. Well, it's been great. Have a puptastic day.
And just want to make sure everybody knows life is short. Play with your pet.
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, gotta go in my bedtime.